We're in California, enjoying the delicious red wines from the Golden State. Let's take a look at the wineries and their wines. First up, we have Stone Cellars. Stone Cellars was founded in 1893. In the decades since then, Stone Cellars has been at the forefront of viniculture and winemaking innovation to ensure consistently high-quality wines while respecting their history. They draw their grapes from family-owned vineyards across California, from regions that offer ideal grape-growing conditions of particular varietals, delivering on each wine's commitment to true varietal expression. In 2016, Stone Cellars was taken on by Bronco Wine Company. California's wine industry sees winery brands regularly consolidated and resold to new owners, and Stone Cellars have navigated this process all while staying true to their vision and the styles enjoyed by their loyal customers. Poppy is a single varietal Petit Verdot. It is sophisticated yet lively on the nose, with an abundance of ripe, juicy red fruit. A hint of savory earthiness complements these fresh, fruity flavors on the palate, all rounded off by a memorable, long-lasting finish. This wine is best served between 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. If you are looking for a food pairing, this wine would pair well with steak frite, an aubergine lasagna, or a big bowl of tomato-based pasta. Montpellier began in the early 1990s as a joint venture between two iconic Californian wine families, a relative rarity in the region where individual or single-family ownership is far more common. They focus on producing varietal wines that are fruit-forward and pair well with food. They believe that by embracing the balanced harmony of food, art, and wine, anyone could truly enjoy the uniqueness of the California lifestyle. When it comes to awards, Montpellier have won several gold medals with the likes of the Sunset International Wine Competition and double gold with the International Women's Wine Competition. Mythical Paradise is an elegant Merlot that pours a bright ruby color in the glass. It exudes powerful aromas of juicy blackcurrants, raspberries, and strawberries on the nose, continuing onto the palate, where light, velvet-like tannins complement these luscious fruit flavors, creating a lingering, decadent finish. For the best experience, serve this wine between 16 and 18 degrees Celsius. For food pairing, this Merlot would pair well with tomato-based pasta dishes, a porchetta, or a roast chicken dinner. Domaine Laurier was founded in 1978 by Jacob and Barbara Shiloh in the hills of Forestville in the western Russian River Valley. The winery went through a difficult period after the death of Jacob in 1988. After changing hands several times, the winery was almost shuttered before being rescued by the Bronco Wine Company in the mid-1990s. While they excel at several styles, Domaine Laurier has become a specialist in Californian sparkling wine. New Era leads with a hint of spice on the nose that complements the luscious blackcurrant and red fruit aromas of this impressive single varietal Shiraz from California, where an easygoing temperament plays well with the structured tannins to create an undoubted crowd pleaser. We recommend serving this wine at 16 to 18 degrees Celsius, or even a little cooler, for the best results. When it comes to food pairing, this wine would pair well with a casual slice of pizza with friends, or picnic-style food on a summer's day. Next up, we have Grand Cru. The winery was founded by the Franzia family in 1986. The Franzia family are a major force in the US wine scene as the owners of the Bronco Wine Company, becoming the largest privately held US vineyard holder. The name is taken from the European wine term Grand Cru, which marks a wine as being of the highest quality. The name is a mark of the winery's intentions for high-quality wine, while also being a bit of typical Californian irreverence. Grand Cru's philosophy, and the philosophy of the Franzia family, is that owning vineyards and controlling farming leads to better value, and this is at the heart of the brand's development. Grand Cru Cabernet Sauvignon is a glinting ruby red shade in the glass. This exquisite example of a Californian Cabernet Sauvignon oozes with complexity from the first sip. On the nose, aromas of ripe red fruit dominate, with hints of vanilla and some sweet baking spices. On the palate, a touch of sweetness complements this, with beautifully soft tannins making this wine a decadent treat. This wine is guaranteed to be a favorite, so be sure to fill your glass first, and make sure to serve at room temperature, about 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. This Cabernet Sauvignon pairs very well with food. Share a glass with friends over a mixed charcuterie board, some blue cheese and peppered crackers, or with grilled meats and vegetables. The Little Penguin Winery was founded in 2004 by Australia's South Corp Wines. From the beginning, they have brought an Aussie style to their Californian wines. The winery's name and symbol are an ode to the world's smallest penguin, which is found along the coasts of southeastern Australia. The penguin is considered very social and playful, making it the perfect mascot for their approachable and bold wines. Their winemaker, Alan Sargisian, originally graduated with a degree in chemistry, but followed his interest in the science of fermentation, which led to him earning a master's in wine management in Bordeaux. They bring the first of our Special Reserve 6-pack red wines. The Little Penguin Shiraz is a refined example of Californian Shiraz with excellent aging potential that shows evidence of its maturity, with tawny hues complementing a ruby red body in the glass. On the nose, ripe red fruit aromas are complemented by a delicate umami quality, which extends onto the palate, where a delightfully balanced finish lingers. Make sure to serve this wine at room temperature, between 16 and 18 degrees Celsius. When it comes to food pairing, this Shiraz would pair well with grilled meats, ragu, or pasta bolognese. Next up, we have Once Upon a Vine. Once Upon a Vine was launched in the early 2010s with a clear identity, producing fairy tale themed wines such as the Big Bad Red Blend, the Fairest Chardonnay, a charming Pinot, and of course, the Villainous Zinfandel. Their winemaker, Andrea Zermeno, crafts wines with the mindset that every problem has a solution. As every harvest is different, she looks forward to the challenge, bringing together years of experience, including from an early age when her father worked in vineyards and introduced her to the world of wine. The wines they make are crafted for indulgence, to be luscious, decadent, and accessible. They bring the second of our Special Reserve 6-pack red wines. The Villainous Zinfandel is an exquisite example of the style, showcasing the best of the bunch from the region. The wine exudes aromas of plum, cherry, and a hint of spice. With a hint of sweetness on the palate, this wine's elegant structure and powerful flavors blend beautifully to create a pleasant, long-lasting finish. When you are ready to enjoy a glass, this wine is best served at 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. For food pairing, this wine would partner excellently with mushroom pizza or a mixed cheese board. This breakdown of the red wines of California may be over, but your adventure into these American wines is just getting started. We hope you enjoy each of your wines, and maybe even find a new favorite. Cheers.